Hey friend, once again, I'm extremely excited that you are continuing to watch this video series, this playlist I have entitled as Getting Started. Now, I hope that you're getting full benefit out of this playlist, and that's really by understanding the biggest key to making all the discoveries you need here are not in these videos right here. These are just basic videos. They're the root of what you need to know. If you really want to expand your knowledge and to live the best life and to have the best opportunities in life, you're also going to want to not only look at this video that you're watching, but also look at the videos I put up on the screen here at the very end. One of those videos is always going to be the watch next video down at the bottom, which is my suggestions for what you ought to watch next logically, so you can constantly build and advance yourself in this whole process. But more important than those are the videos I put up toward the top of the screen up here, which are going to be the Learn More videos. And that's where I not only take the topics we're discussing now, but I give you other videos I've done on similar topics that really expand your knowledge, that kind of dig a lot deeper into the subject than what I'm able to do here in just a few minutes. So I hope you're taking advantage of those keep watching as well as watch next buttons at the end. That's going to help you a lot on your journey. Now, with that being said, if you're watching these videos in order, then most likely the last video you watched in this series was all about giving yourself the #1 key to prepping and or getting up out of bed after transplant. That came down to keeping your legs. If you don't understand that, maybe you skipped the last video, go back and watch it. But with that being said, today we're moving on to the next section of this, which is similar, and that is the key to surviving after transplant. Far and above, without a doubt, there is one key to surviving after transplant and to giving yourself the very best life. And it comes down to something very simple, but I need you to listen closely, and that is be sure to take your meds, okay? Take your medications, take your drugs. Whatever the doctors are prescribing you post-transplant, take them, take them, take them. That is the key, because whether or not you realize it or not yet, you're most likely going to be on some type of anti-rejection type of medications probably for the rest of your life, okay? Unless technology changes, medical advances come about, which we hope they will, you're going to be for the rest of your life taking some form of anti-rejection drug, obviously, in order to prevent your body from rejecting the new organ that you have. And the only way to take those is to take them exactly the way your doctor prescribed, because when you fail to do that, for example, if you miss a dose or something, you're putting yourself at about a 60% higher risk in only about one dose or 24 hours of going into chronic or severe type rejection. You definitely don't want to go there. That causes organ failure, and unfortunately, that could honestly cause you to lose your life. And I'm not trying to be too blunt here, but I do think that hopefully we've become friends enough. I can be honest. That's what I choose to do. But I just want you to know how important this is. Now, with that being said, if you see any of my videos on the channel that are related to medication, medication management, answering questions about medications, describing certain medications, I've got videos for all that. Any of those videos you see, most likely I'm going to tell you the same thing at some point in the video that I'm telling you now, and that is that you need to be very, very, very much a stickler for taking your medications on time, every time, and in the right way, okay? On time is just what it sounds like. If your medication is prescribed to be taken, for example, like many of mine are, at 9 a.m. and 9 p.m., that is exactly what you do. You don't take them at 8:45 or 9:15 or any of that. You take them as prescribed at 9 a.m. or 9 p.m. Now, that could be adjusted, obviously, if you choose to take your medications at 8 and 8 or 7 and 7 or 10 and 10. You can make your flexible schedule out of that. But whatever you do, many of these anti-rejection medications, particularly things like Prograf, aka generic form tacrolimus, things like Myfortic or microphenolate, those are two other medications that are most popularly used for anti-rejection type meds. Those medications specifically need to be taken at 12-hour intervals unless your doctor tells you otherwise. And that really comes down to the fact that you've got to keep very consistent blood levels as far as those medications go. That is, you've got to keep whatever that medication level is they're trying to hold you at consistent across that 12-hour period so it can be consistent around that whole 24-hour period. And that's so important. If you take your medications at 9 a.m. and then don't take them till 11 p.m., then obviously you got a dip toward the end of that, the end of that time frame where your med levels go down. Then if you take it at that 11 p.m., wake up the next morning and choose to take your medications at 8, now you've got a shorter time period, you've got a spike in those med levels. And neither one of those things are good. If there's spikes, you're more at risk for infections, catching the common colds, the flus, the viruses, getting really, really sick for no reason. If there's a dip, then your body could actually go ahead and break through and start rejecting that organ. And rejection is not the end of the world. We're going to talk about it later, but it's certainly not something you want to face if you don't have to. So on time is absolutely what you have to do. In addition to that, every time, okay? Don't skip doses. I know there's sometimes the accidental, forgetfulness, the miss, one pill wasn't in the box, that sort of thing. You may miss a dose here and there, and that's not a panic moment. You need to learn from that. It's not a panic moment, but for the most part, don't skip doses. On time every single time. So if the doctor determines that a certain medication for you needs to be taken at 9 a.m., 3 p.m. and 9 p.m. That's kind of an interval I've been on for a while. Even if it's a supplemental medicine, like I take vitamin D, I take I take calcium, I take magnesium. Those are just supplements. They're not major meds. But if I don't take them at the right intervals and take them every time they're prescribed, ultimately I'm going to fall short somewhere. So on time every time, and then I encourage the last one always in the right way. Now, I get it. You are going to become a professional at your own health. You're going to learn, as I would encourage you to learn, to manage your own health, to manage your body, to know your body, to be able to sense when something's not right, to be able to make, small adjustments in your activities, in your diet, in the amount of rest that you get, all to help you to feel your best, to be optimum in what you do. But adjusting your own medications and taking them in a different way than they're prescribed without doctor's permission is a no-no. In addition to that, don't go out taking medications that are not prescribed or at least overseen, known about by your doctor. I see so many times people get online and they say, well, it's flu season, so I need to be taking huge doses of, for example, vitamin C. That very well may be the case, and that may be a wonderful idea, but let your physician know about that so that he or she can coordinate the medications that you have along with that, because some medications, vitamin C is not one of them, by the way, but some medications can cause, again, places where those blood levels get off. They can cause the anti-rejection drugs to not be as effective or to be hyper effective. And both sides of that can cause you some serious, serious problems. So the key to this, the very key to this is to take your medications, but not to just take them, to take them on time, every time, in the right way. I hope this video's helped you out in some way. Again, if it has, give it a big thumbs up. And be sure, I remind you, click on the videos that are popping up on the screen right now. The watch next video, that's the next logical one in the series, as well as a learn more video up top. That's where we're going to continue to dig more deeply into these subjects. Again, thank you so much. Let's get started together and stay stronger, friends.